Hey y'all, it's Brett. I am back with another week of videos trying to help y'all plan your wedding. So this week I did something a little bit different. I asked a bunch of our past brides what their number one piece of advice is for you. So I asked past brides to help our current brides. That way you can know real experiences and real tips, and they gave me a list of 10 things to help y'all out. So let's get started. Number one, create a separate wedding email. So I can attest to this one. I am still getting emails from bakers and venues and all kinds of people that think I'm having a wedding, and I'm like, y'all, I got married a long time ago. Stop emailing me. So if you make a separate wedding email account, then you can delete it or just unactivate it after the wedding so you stop getting all those emails. And then that way you can actually both log into it and you both have access to know what's going on. Number two, label or create a list of all your setup items and where they go. This one I cannot stress enough. You are going to be in the bridal suite getting ready, getting your hair and makeup done, relaxing, hanging out with your girlfriends, and you don't want people coming up to you saying, hey, where does this go? Where does this go? Is this going here? Is this going here? It's too confusing. Just make a list of everything and what table you want it to go on, or at least just label things. That way people know, okay, they want this picture on the cake table, this picture on the guest book table. They want this bucket to hold the koozies on the bar. Make a list. It'll make life so much easier, I promise you. Number three, put numbers on your RSVP cards. This is something that one of our past brides told us about, and she said that people would send back RSVPs and not put their names in it, and they would just put how many guests they had attending. Well, she was doing assigned seating, so she didn't know who sent back the RSVP cards to put on the seating chart. So if you put numbers on your RSVP cards when you mail them out, then when you get them back in, you can be like, oh, okay, card number 26 was Grandpa Fred. Like, you'll know who you mailed them out to in case they forget to put their name on there, which a lot of people do apparently. Number four, this one I never would have thought about, but it totally makes sense now hearing it back. Read your contract 1 month before your event as a refresher of rules and expectations. So, like our venue, we require the catering to clean up all the trash and stuff, but if you go with a caterer outside of that list of our preferred list, it's not always a guarantee that those caterers are going to do that, so then the responsibility falls on you. Well, at the end of the night, how would you know that responsibility falls on you unless you read your contract? So we do not have the time to tell every single person every single detail that's in our contracts. That's why there is a contract. That's why we email it to you and you sign it when you book the venue. We can't force you to read it, so you have to take that upon yourself. And this is a great tip to read it 1 month before your event. That way you can remember, like, oh yeah, I can't put nails in the wood at this venue. We got to come up with something else to hang it with. We got to go get command strips. Or, oh yeah, our candles need to be inside something. Let's go get glass containers to put those in. Just make sure that you're refreshing what the rules and regulations are so you don't get in trouble, and so that way there's no surprises on the wedding day. Number five, skip traditions if they are not important to you. So most people now don't do bouquet and garter tosses. It's totally up to you. If you love that tradition, do it. They are so much fun. I love watching it. It's hilarious. It's great. I just love it. But I didn't do a garter toss at mine, and a lot of people now are not doing them either. I just felt like it was kind of awkward to do it in front of my dad and my brother. You might not feel that way. More power to you. That's just how I felt. So if the tradition is not important to you, don't worry about doing it. And then this kind of goes with number six. Don't worry about other people's opinions. If you want pink, you have pink. If Grandma Shirley doesn't like pink, too bad. It's your wedding, not her wedding. So you do what you want to do. As long as you and your fiance are happy at the end of the day, that's all that should matter. A wedding is starting a marriage. The marriage is between the two of you. So as long as the two of you are happy at the end of the day, those are the only opinions that should matter. Number 7, pause on your wedding day to take it all in. You have probably spent anywhere from 8 months to 2 years planning this event, and you have pulled it off. You are married, you've had your dream wedding, everything is great, and you're happy. So just take a minute to take it all in. Remember it. When you get up to the altar and you're being married, just take a minute to look out into the audience at everyone who's there to support you and who loves you. And then with that as well, I recommend doing a private last dance in your venue. So when everyone goes outside to get ready for your grand exit, you and your new husband or new wife should be inside doing a lovely final private dance. That way it's just the two of you, you're looking around the venue, you're taking it all in, talking about, oh my gosh, this was so much fun, this was great. It really just brings everything full circle. I love private dances. So number 8, this one's kind of funny to me. So things go wrong, but no one will know if you don't make it a big deal. So that is actually the thing that my mom told me for my wedding, and I had the hardest time grasping this concept because I was like, no, I need it to go right. Everything's gonna be perfect. I want this here, and everything's gonna be great. Y'all, everything's not great all the time. And so that's back to this is also why you should have a wedding planner or at least a day of coordinator, because like a little girl at my wedding actually flooded the sink in the bathroom and water leaked all over the hallway, which was the hallway that I had to walk out of the bridal suite to get to the ceremony. So my coordinator actually mopped up and like literally got on her hands and knees with towels and dried the floor before I ever came out of the bridal suite. So I never knew this happened until after the wedding when my family was joking and telling me about it. And I was like, oh my gosh, like thank goodness she saved the day. But something did go wrong. But it didn't matter because none of my guests knew about it. I didn't know about it because she fixed it and it was great. So things go wrong, but don't make a big deal about it and your guests will never know. Number 9, make sure there is space in the car for gifts, decor, leftover food, anything like that, and make sure the person at the end of the night is aware that they are responsible for taking that stuff for you. So if you brought all your decor to the venue, you need to take it back home with you that night. Bride and groom, I'm not talking to y'all. Y'all need to go on and have a good night. Designate a family member or a bridal party person to stay behind and collect all your things for you. Just make sure they have plenty of space in their car and that they are aware that they are taking all those things for you. Then number 10, our final thing, is make sure you eat. I cannot stress this enough. I have had people pass out at the altar before. I'm not kidding. It has happened. It's very real. If you don't eat, your nerves get the best of you. You get shaky, blood sugar gets low, things happen, and you will pass out or at least get sick and shaky. You have to eat something. Brides, grooms, wedding party, family, everyone, you need to eat before the wedding. So if you are getting hair and makeup done at the venue and you're here for 5 to 6 hours, please make sure you have something delivered or brought to you so that way you can eat. There's a Chick-fil-A right up the road. There's a pizza place that delivers. There's a Tom Thumb around the corner. Just make sure you eat. We don't want anyone passing out. It's not fun, I promise. So those are 10 things that real brides wanted me to share with you. I hope that you found these things helpful, and as always, be sure to give this video a thumbs up so that way I know I'm doing a good job and that you like these videos. So be sure to let me know what else you want me to talk about. I'm always happy to help. Shoot me an email and let me know what you want to hear. Thank you so much. Bye.